Hello and welcome to our heritage. My name is Shakil Salam and we are here in Rawtenstall today talking to Mr. Aslom Miah, who was probably the first person who came from Bangladesh in this town, and which is known as East Pakistan at that time. We are here with Mr. Miah, talking to him about his journey to UK and his success and struggle. So, Mr. Miah, welcome to the program. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Fine.
Right, Mr. Miah, let's talk about your childhood. Tell me a bit about the place you were born and which year were you born?
I born 1936.
Yeah.
12th of July, in a small village called Moishashi, Moishashee, Moishashi.
Okay.
Situated right about 20 miles south of Sylhet district. My district called Sylhet district. I born there. Then there was a village school called Moishashi.
Okay, it was local village?
Local, yeah.
Local school? So it was a primary school?
Yeah, it is primary school.
Okay. So did you have to walk to school?
Yes. As you know, Bangladesh is a waterland country, right?
So there was a lot of water?
All the time, and small river, big river to cross. So it was a very struggling time for me then to go to school.
So do you have to swim to go to school?
Yes, and then my father made a small boat for me about 4 yard long to
Cross the
across
river.
the river, yeah, right. And I remember my older brother took me to that school first time, and he introduced to a teacher called Aradon. He is a Hindu teacher actually.
Okay.
And he was very kind-hearted. He tried to help me much. And after he is encouraged, I settled
Yeah.
there.
Were you a good boy? Were you good at reading and writing and studying?
Yeah, I was. I was very happy, apart from something to tell you now. I had a friend called Shamsu.
Okay.
He used to go with me, and few months later, we were just crossing a small bridge over the river, right? That bridge was made by bamboo. And about, to me, by what I understand now, about 2 yards below, he dropped from the bridge, and he straight were dead.
All right. So he's drowned in the river.
No, it was dry. He didn't drown.
Oh, it was dry.
Dry. He just fall, healthy boy like me then, and he just gone.
It must be very upsetting for you to see
I'm
that.
still, I mentioned in my book already, I'm still upsetting.
Okay.
Apart from that, during my school time, there wasn't any problem. And
So when you went to primary school, then you went to secondary school.
no, high school.
High school they call
Yeah,
it, yes.
it's called Hasim Ali High School.
And he was away from your village, or was he in the village?
Yes, there is a lot to tell you now. You know, those days there wasn't many high school, but that high school was about 4 miles away of me,
Okay.
right? And winter time is very good walking, right? there's a big river called Kushiara. There's a ferry. You can cross
the river, yes.
Yeah. But summertime, no ferry, no nothing. Person like me then, in this country people hating for lift.
Hitchhiking, yeah.
Yes.
Getting a lift, yeah.
Yeah. I have to do that. And yeah, I feel very humble to people who passing me. So some are very kind, like here, give me lift.
Yeah.
Some ignore.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes I have to swim about, I'll tell you now, about 5 or 6 small river to cross, holding my book on one hand and drive with other hand like this to go to school.
And that's every day in summer.
Summer, summer. Not only that, sometimes when I'm swimming and heavy wind come, take my
books away.
Yeah, right. So after a few times that happened, my mother was very upset.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to stop. But I was a good swimmer. Well, by the way, in our country, especially village people, taught their children when age 11, 12 months, 1 year old, 2 year old, how to swim. Like here,
yeah,
you got lollipop, man,
yeah,
for children help or crossroad. Over there, our every children have to learn, otherwise don't.
So swimming is part of
Yes.
everyday life there.
Yeah, for the village people.
So you stayed next to school.
Yes.
And you finished your
education.
Schooling.
Yeah.
So after the schooling, what did you do?
Well, then I wasn't very brilliant or scholarship, right? Then I realized I won't be successful if I go for higher education. So I took a training for surveyor. Do you know what surveyor mean?
Yeah.
Surveyor training, right? So after the training, right, I became a surveyor instructor in Ramsundar High School, which in Bishwanath. That if you go by train and bus, then could be about 30-31 miles away. But if you walk, then could be about 20 miles, like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a job there. While I'm working, we seen is our national paper then called Azad newspaper.
Which mean independence.
Yes. In Azad newspaper, there's advertised that if you wish to go to Britain, you can apply to British High Commissioner, right? And then they will probably consider your application, right?
Okay.
So again, I don't know English. So again, I have to find someone, my local, and gentleman called Muhammad Ali Chowdhury. He live in village, his village called Kutupur, and well, obviously we always call senior people uncle.
Okay.
So I said, I want to him. He live about 3 miles away of me, so I know he knows good English. So I went to him and said, uncle, if you don't mind, can you write an application for me, so place? He said, all right, I'll do it. So he did for me, and then I made lot of copies, and I apply within my family is 11 person.
So you applied, and the idea was for you to come to England.
Yeah.
How much did you know about England at that time when you were
Right.
applying for it?
Well, don't know much, but in the paper they said there's a job opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Secondly, I know they are British people or civilized people, and they ask to go for job employment, right? So, and also benefit they mention, until you get a job, you'll get benefit,
Okay.
right? So those things encourage
You to come to, yeah?
yeah.
So how did you make arrangement then? Did you apply for it? Were you
Yes.
successful?
Yes. Then I applied within my family for 11 persons, and I asked all the village people to do, and they thought it's a joke.
They didn't listen to you.
No, they didn't believe this. I said, give me atana. Do you know what atana mean?
It's like 50 pence.
No.
Oh no,
You know, rupee,
yeah,
half of rupee,
half of rupees.
Yeah. Atana, for stamp. And they thought it's joke. How can you go to England with atana, right? But that was for the stamp, right?
Okay.
So I did within my family for 11, and we all succeeded and we come here.
Let's talk about then, when you told your mom or your family that you're going to England and you're successful, were they pleased about you or
No, my mother didn't let me come.
she didn't want you to come to England?
No. She said, ask me why you want to go. I said, look, if I go to England, the way we learning or hearing, if I work there 2 years, 3 years, then I get a lot of money and come back and do business my own,
Yeah.
rather working in the farm. Then she said, she will say some land for me to get business there then, right? And I said, no, people may think we are poor. So why should he say land to find the money for me to get business where I can earn money myself? This sort of thing I try to tell her, convince her, but she wasn't very happy. Then I put my hand on her leg, her feet,
Yeah.
begging her, you know.
Begging, yeah.
Yeah, begging her. And she just started crying, but I realized I made it, right? So then she said, all right, take some money, which she gave me my train fare, and beside train fare, she gave me few rupee
Okay.
to buy,
Yeah.
from Dhaka.
So you bought the suitcase.
Yeah, and them books as well, the money she gave me, right? So I obtained the visa from British High Commission in Dhaka, then came back, and then I booked my flight.
Okay, so tell me a bit, how did you book the flight? Which flight did you come?
Only PIA was our national airline then.
That's Pakistan's
Pakistani international.
local, yeah.
Yeah. So I booked by that airline, right? And then I flew from Sylhet to Dhaka, Dhaka to Karachi, Karachi to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Heathrow.
Tell me London Heathrow, when you arrived at Heathrow Airport.
I shocked.
It was shock again.
Yes, it's something out of blue. So many lights, so many different people, and I am myself, I don't know what to do now. Because the guide I got from Bangladesh, go to East London somewhere, forget the street name now,
Okay.
Aldgate.
Yeah.
But soon I reached Heathrow Airport, I shocked. How am I going to go to
East London.
East London? First of all, I have no money.
Why did you want to go to East London? What was the...
Yeah, because when I work in Bishwanath, someone from that area arranged for me to meet their friend, right, in East London.
Is that the Brick Lane area, which is
Brick
very
Lane,
famous
yes,
now?
Yes. by the Settle Street somewhere, Rampart
Yeah.
Street, I don't know.
Okay. Did you stay in East London? Or
No, well,
how did you get into?
That's I'm coming to you, right?
All right. Okay.
So then I had a good shower, everything fresh, and he kept me few days. I was supposed to be Bradford to see my lodging master, right?
Okay.
From Bishana.
Right.
So he then provide fare, everything to Bradford.
Did you come by train or?
Yeah, by train.
Train.
Yeah. Came to Bradford. Then there wasn't very good for job situation, right? So I went to Halifax. Still didn't get any job there. Then someone contact from Halifax to Rawtenstall. He came for some business, right? And landlord who lived 94 Berry Road, he said, we have a vacancy in David Whitehead if he want to. So he straight here got me here. And there was second week of August 1963. I got the job.
In
David Whitehead, Rawtenstall, David Whitehead.
is that what is the David Whitehead? Is that
Name of the company?
textile?
Cotton mill, yeah,
Cotton mill.
Cotton mill, sorry,
Okay.
cotton mill, yeah. Now, it's very dirty job.
You didn't like it?
No, it's not, because go through nose, ear, everywhere dirty, right? And another thing is no shower facility, no bath or anything in the house.
Okay.
Or should I say that now, that part, the way we had in the house, is toilet quite far away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's shocking because we used to swim 3-4 times a day in Bangladesh. And here, there's no water to wash our body.
So you find it very difficult?
It's terrible, right? Even at night time, if you want to go for personal reason, sometimes snow, and there's snow as well, and scaring. No light in the toilet outside. You have to put candle. Candle is always there, but you take torchlight.
Torchlight.
Yeah, and then also matches to live, you know, like this was terrible. And first of all, got serious problem with sleep. Secondly, don't like the job. What to do now? So luckily, sorry, another thing, what I did, I found myself that if I want to live in this country, work in this country, then I have to learn English.
Okay.
Now again, I don't know how to ask, who to ask. So I always met a lady called Lillian. She lived in Holcart, and 10 to 6, we always meet across the road, go to work together. So one day, I don't know how to ask, do you know any school here or anything? I just said to Lillian, school. And she realized what I mean. So she gave a name of the school and directed me by finger to go that way, which I did. So I went there, a lady came out, and she probably asked, what do you want, something like this. I just say English.
Okay.
So she bit pause, and then she gone back. Few seconds later, a gentleman came out. Probably he asked me a question, what do you want? You know?
And you have no idea what they're talking about?
No. Still I say English. That's the word I say, English. He paused for a while, and then he said suddenly something, probably said, do you work? So work, I can't get work. I straight said David Whitehead. So David Whitehead, 6 to 2, 2 to 10. I told him straight.
That's your shift?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right. So few minutes later, he told me like this, go. So I left. I said, probably I didn't get, Weeks later, I got a letter of him saying to start Sunday 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. A class available for me. Then I had a few friends. I told them as well. So we went there all. We all went there, right? But friend there didn't last long. But I still.
But you carried on because you really wanted to learn English.
Yeah. And my teacher called Mr. Arthur Netherwood. I know later on he was a primary school teacher, St. Mary Institute. I thought he's from Older Green, but he's not. So Mr. Netherwood did his best. I praised for him, and also he told me to go to library, show me library, and the way he said to me, whether you understand or not, read, read, read. That was
his message.
Yeah, message, which I did. Then I make very good friend with the staff in library. Right. And I think I'm the first person who was the member of that library in 1963 and the first person to go there. Nobody used to go there. I didn't see anybody. So I getting small books, reading, whether I understand or not. Right. Then I left this job, start engineering, Haslington.
Haslington, all right.
That job was very good, but again, I got a problem to get the job. When I went there, the foreman gave me, mathematics, right? Fraction thing like this, you know what I mean? I did. I know I did because I was good at math, I don't understand algebra much, but arithmetic I was okay, geometry all right.
All right.
But algebra is worse. I know I did right, but he just confused. Well, I thought I'm man of job, but that moment of time, another gentleman came. Later on, I know he is the director. Something they talk about. Now I know what. Later on I found, because foremen don't want to take the risk because of my communication problem. But I passed my test. So Mr. Blair was director. He said, yeah, probably you don't know English, but math, you will be able to do the job. By see all these, measure everything, let him. So I thought I didn't get the job. But a week later, I found a letter to start work. So that job was very good. And I learned quite a lot as well by then. And then the work gone slow, short of 3 days. So I don't like, I need money. So me and my colleague Bob Marlowe sat on the bus, and I noticed on the bus, Rawtenstall Transport need bus driver conductor.
Okay.
And I asked Bob, I said, Bob, do you think I get this job? He said, yeah, easily go. So I said, where's the office? He showed me. So I went to the office straight away. Well, as you know, I can read, write, but it's communication.
Speaking was the issue.
Yeah. So I filled the form, everything right. Then traffic superintendent translator came to test me. So he asking me question like, where is water food, where is water? I know water funny.
But it wasn't water, is it?
Nothing like this. Then I said, look, I thought there is two weeks training will be available for me. You already mentioned that. So during training period, I will be able to find this area,
Places,
yeah, like this, He wasn't sure, but a lady called Margaret, she said to Frank, I know, she said to him, let him, he know what he's talking about. So then Frank asked me to go for medical checkup.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a doctor called Prafulla Kumar Chaudhary from India. I want to see him. Frank said he'll charge me 10 shilling, now it's 50p. So you pay him, and when you start work, we refund you later, 3 months later. So that's all right. Now, another struggle I face. You see, in our country, we just know color like red, blue, black, green, white, that's all.
Yes.
But over here, it's a million colors, right? We know, but we don't know the name.
Yeah.
And Dr. Chaudhary thought I'm colorblind. I said, no, I hold his hand. I said, please don't write anything until you understand what I mean. He said, what is it? I said, look, I'm not colorblind. I just don't know the name.
So you can say red and black and...
Yeah, I told him, but he meant to tell that 20, 30 names, but I don't know that 20, 30 names. But I'm not colorblind, right? And if he say I'm colorblind, I can't get the job. So I just hold his hand. I said, please don't write anything yet as a colorblind, right? So I explained to him. Then he said, just hold. So he rang Manchester Transport Commissioner, right, explaining all this. And he said, oh, let him. So I got the job on the buses.
So you got job in buses?
Yes. And I was really happy, very happy. Why I'm saying happy? Working, learning.
Talking to people?
Yes. And especially, like 8 o'clock, all the school children start going, right? And I didn't drive, I was a conductor, right? And I collect fare, and then I listen how they're talking.
All the children, the way they're talking to each other, yeah.
I concentrate, right? And this is how I start picking, right? And then I work quite a long time until I got, then again, another thing. Have you named Mr. Enoch Paul?
Yeah.
He was, I'm sorry I shouldn't say that, but he was a bit against us, right?
Yeah, he made some very big speeches and
Yes. Like try to start violence against us. Then we all Asian people get together with our High Commissioner, everything, sitting down, talk against him for what in court trial, right? And then he withdraw. But that time, everywhere start organizing REC, Racial Equality Council. And Mr. Hussain was the first person in Rawtenstall.
Mazhar Hussain.
Yes, Mazhar Hussain. I had a first meeting in my house with him. Mr. Khan wasn't then here. Mr. Amin, if you remember, he had a shop in Ben Street. Mr. Amin, Mr. Hussain, Mr. Casey, headmaster from Aldergreen High School.
Okay.
Few people. First, we had a meeting here.
First meeting was here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take you back a bit. In terms of housing. So you moved, when you moved to Rawtenstall, you moved with some other people?
Yes.
And then this is your house and you've been living...
Since 1963.
1963 you bought this house.
Yeah.
And you've been living in this house.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, you were on your own?
Oh, no, I had 22 lodgers. Right?
22 people living here in this house?
Because then there wasn't any house and people keep coming because everybody got permission, right? Keep coming, right, from all over the country, right, and no place, right? So, I have to, because our brothers, right, you can't keep them outside.
So they come here?
Yeah.
Can I just ask you something? I'm really interested, you know. How do you spend your time when you're not working, when you come home? Is there any entertainment, listening to music, going to cinemas?
Okay.
What sort of, how do you spend your time?
I have something to show you. I, since I came to this country, first of all, there wasn't any TV or music.
No TV, no.
And actually, I was busy with my reading. I have no time for entertainment.
Okay.
I used to library open 9 o'clock, close 9 o'clock, Saturday 9 to 9 if I'm not working. But when I work on the buses, I work 7 days. 6 days, 96 hours. They used to call me greedy all sorts.
Okay.
Right? And I say, well, go away. Right? Because I need money.
So you work 7 days in buses?
Yes, wait a minute. And not me, Mr. Bhatti, not Miah Khan. I got a picture of Miah Khan.
Okay.
Mr. Bhatti and Azim Khan, them two Pakistani brothers and me, we are worse. They used to in depot, they don't like us. Because 6 days, we make 96 hours. So you think how? You know, it's double time, spread hour, all sorts of mix. And if you work Sunday, it's 120 hours. Our 42 hour wages was £7. I used to take home 27 pounds. Soon I got job on the buses. I paid the mortgage straight away. I had a £400 mortgage from the council, right? I paid that straight away because of my earning, right? So I have no time, but you ask good question. My house was packed every weekend. Right? Like Saturday, 4 people playing card, and about 20 people just saying this one, hey, this one, that. Yeah, like this, right? Second amendment was like this, I'll tell you now. You know handi, pan, handi, you cooking.
Yeah, cooking or the pot, yeah.
Do you call it handi? Or
yeah, we call it handi.
Yeah, pan, right. So some put handi there on the belly and make a tabla,
Oh, the musical thing. Oh, music. All right. Okay.
And then some take spoons.
Spoon to play music.
Music, right? And some take, plate. Another like what do you call them? Make music, right?
So,
and they start singing their own.
Okay. So basically, you create your own music using the pots. Yeah.
Yes, and also table.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I got another shop now, what to do with the neighbor. So, one day, I see one gentleman, I seen him in the college. I didn't know he was a professor, but he was a professor in Rawtenstall College.
Okay.
So he came here, and I said, sir, do you live here? He said, no, my mother live here. God, I know she's very quite old lady, and we're disturbing her, right? So I said to him, leniently, kindly, I humble to him and said, sir, as you know, we quite a lot of people living here, and if your mother get any disturb, please tell her to tell me. He said, oh, she can't hear anything, she's using one of them things.
All right.
Said, God.
So that's all right, carry on playing
Yeah.
then. Right, Mr. Miah, just tell me about you. You've done work in textile, then you moved on to work in buses, but you did something different. You started setting up your own business. Tell me more about that.
While I work on the buses, right, I thought I will be able to do something my own because it was good money on the buses, house paid, right. And I realize again, work out everything, food business is very profitable if you can deal with the food.
And also Bangladeshi community is very famous for food outlets.
Yeah, right. So, as I say already that I even know how to fry an egg.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm expecting a restaurant.
Okay.
That's a quite big job, isn't it?
Big challenge.
Yeah. So there was a restaurant, Blue Sky Rawtenstall, belonged to Mr. Khan, Abdul Matin Khan, is Bengali again, not Pakistani. His wife was very nice, or she's still, but Mr. Khan passed away. So I approached one day, I said, can I come and help you? Don't pay me.
Okay.
So when I'm free, spare time, I go there
Okay.
and getting a bit idea what they're doing. Few months later, I said to Mr. Khan, either you come with me or I'm going. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, why you don't do a partnership business where I can manage myself one, and you run your, and I run that one, and share the profit. His wife delighted to that. So, me, Mr. Khan, and then Mr. Khan said, oh, there is another young man in Oldham, so why don't involve him? I said, that's very good. So I had some money, and also I put my house in bank. I draw then about 15,000 pounds.
So remortgage, isn't it?
Remortgage, yes, yes. And then we bought a place in Manchester, Cheetah Mill. We bought the building there. And with each other help, we done a good business. And that time, my nephew family is here. So I got 3 grown-up nephews. I got another advantage, opportunity there. Right?
Okay.
So I put them straight away in food industry, right? Because they can't speak in English and can't work, working not very good then. So once they learn, then I start extending business to 5.
So 5 restaurants.
Yes. Cheetah Mill, one called Alamin, Ashton Underline, one called Adam. Ribchester, do you know Ribchester?
Ribchester, yes.
There's a place called Ribchester Tandoori Restaurant. That was very good. Then I had one in Waterford and one in Haslingden. Right.
And were you still working in buses, or did you?
Yeah, no, then I left on the buses. But I worked for the Home Office and Crown Service still.
Okay.
I worked for the Crown Service since 1965. I'll tell you if you want to know that, how I involved. Okay. So then I just work as a management, right? I control everything. I do waiters, cook, everything, right? And then I had been start with my son. I saw my son got serious problem, right?
When he was born?
No, not he born no.
Okay.
But 14 weeks later, doctor found he got a kidney problem.
All right. Okay.
And 18 months later, he had the operation. But they say it's perfect, everything, but I'll talk to that later. I'll finish this. Don't want to mix it up. So I got this problem, right? Secondly, I found another problem, staff problem. Then I realized that I'll get into problem. So I gave one to my nephew, right, Adam in Ashton Underline,
Okay.
and rest of them, except husband and one, I sold them.
So let's look at, you're talking about family life. So when did you went back to Bangladesh? Did you go back after 2 years or 3 years,
No,
you said?
no, that's a good job you've raised this line, push question. it's a very bad part now is coming right. As I said, I came 28 May 1963.
And you promised your mum that you're coming back in 2 years?
2 years.
And you wanted to stay for 2 years, earn
Yes.
money and go back?
Yes, but that not fulfilled. I can't keep that promise with mom. Because that year, in December, my mother, brother, sister, 3 in 24 hours.
They died.
Yes. Since then, I was 2 years completely disorder, put it that way.
It was very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
So did you go back to Bangladesh to...
No, then it was East Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't, because I was very upset, and my father was very upset as well, right? So anyway, then again 1969, I heard my father got ill as well. So then I went.
So first time you went to
Went
to East Pakistan.
Yeah. And after I reached there, we cried, and he wasn't that man, I left, So anyway, he got better, and I back again to my business. Right. Then I went again 1972,
Right.
75.
So 72 when you went back, that's when Bangladesh got independence.
Yeah.
Let's finish up with a positive note. So you came here, you made your life here, you're very successful.
Yes.
You got a job, you started business, you worked really hard, and you made life here.
Yeah.
Are you generally happy living in UK? Did UK given you something?
Yeah, well, I'm extremely happy in that way. Why I'm saying happy? Because Rawtenstall Valley, I don't know how much you know. It's very good valley, and people are very helpful, supportive. Very helpful and supportive. Through their help and support, this is my situation, Without help and support, their help and support, I won't be in this situation today. Especially put a library. In the village, there is no library still today. So I benefited, I'm not talking about money, but I benefited a lot with education.
And that's very important, key to life, isn't it?
Yes, and that's something made me happy. And I'm sure because of my achievement, you are here today. Otherwise, you wouldn't know me. I wouldn't bother or contact me, would you?
Yeah.
Right. I already told what just said in Carlisle, 2006.
Tell me something about, because you work for Crown Prosecution, and one of the experience you're sharing that the community here and professional, they so understand about your faith, your beliefs. So when you went to Carlisle, tell me what happened.
Soon I reached the courtroom. Judge asked me, Mr. Miah, you here for 4 weeks trial.
Yeah.
I said, Your Honor, yes. Did you think or thought anything for your Friday prayer? I stopped fasting in the morning, and I'm Muslim.
And he's telling you.
Yes. So I said, God, what to do? And straightway, it's come through my mouth that Your Honor, I'm a stranger to the area. I can't finish. Another solicitor told him straightway that my son associated with their children, so we will be able to find tomorrow, right? Which we did.
Find a mosque to go for you to pray.
And also, time. He gave me extra time. He said, don't rush, right? But I came on time. Soon I reached. He said, I didn't rush you. I said, no, Your Honor, no, I'm finished.
So it's good, positive note, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, finally, what message you would like to give, if you were still in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
what do you think you would have been doing? One thing is positive, at least you were with your mom, so
Yeah.
that's positive.
Well, if I would in Bangladesh, I would buy now a civil engineer.
Okay.
The job I had, I got up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I would have been that healthy by now or passed away.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know that I would be able to drive car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you know, our system in Bangladesh or Pakistan, village people is quite behind with this technology, right? They always use the boat.
Yes.
That's all our main transportation, right? So, also in the village, there won't be any better education facility either, right? So, to me, if I tell the truth, I know I regret I lost my mom and we were all to go, but my decision was right that I
Okay.
came to.
Okay, final message. What would you like to give a message to people who are watching us now?
Right, that's good. I like to tell community as a whole that education is very important something, part of everyone's life. And we must, small or big, doesn't matter, plumbing, joinery, or university, whatever,
Yeah.
we must concentrate on something to achieve for our future. No one, no government will look after us if we don't look after ourselves. And that is education. Whatever you can achieve is good for you. And second thing, I always try to tell the community, what I'm telling you now, I hope I'm not offending anybody, right? To concentrate whatever in life on one subject, not keep changing. Right. Secondly, to cooperate each other, respect the elder, right? And try to do community work much they can beside their work.
Yeah.
To me, like God given us everything, right? Knowledge, idea also. Again, God said, he 24 hours he part into 3. 8 hours for work, that's my own personal.
Yeah.
8 hours for work, 8 hours sleep, and 8 hour community work.
Okay. With that note, can I just say thank you very much, Mr. Aslom Miah, for sharing your personal life, your journey to UK, and all the success and struggle. Really appreciate for giving us time and inviting us to your house. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.